Oh, hello, Susie. Susan Louise. How are you?
Welcome to the show, Brain Candy Podcast, episode 947. How slow?
Oh, I'm doing so good. I am getting super excited about the fall.
I bet you are.
I don't care how basic I am. I don't give any fucks. Here's the thing. I'm not a pumpkin spice latte gal, but I am a spooky leaf peeper. Yeah, leaf peeper.
Witchy woman.
And witchy woman. And it is like winds in the east. You know, like they're coming. Like it feels like that. It feels like spooky season. The winds, there's rustling. There rustling of leaves.
Yeah.
I'm super into this. And I just am ready. I'm ready for sweaters.
A nip in the air.
I'm ready for a nip in the air. I'm ready for sweaters.
I'm not.
I'm ready. You're not. I know, because you kind of got a crappy summer this year.
I want bikinis.
I know.
What happened to that?
You got none. You actually
don't
did
have
it. You
air
got a heat wave,
conditioning.
and that's it.
Yeah, like there was 2 weeks where I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable. And that was it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I want to sweat my ass off. I want to be nude. I want to be nude. That's what I want.
It feels like we didn't have that this year.
Yeah.
Like comfortable season in the summer. I'm trying to think, and I'm like, if you're out there, did you have a comfortable summer where it was like not scorcher? Because it feels like everybody I talked to was like either going through a heat wave, or they were like, why is it a torrential downpour in the middle? Like we've already had a snowstorm out here. Not in my area, but up in the mountains. It's already snowed.
I'm mad.
In like not even like in August.
I'm mad.
So I'm thinking it's going to be one of those cold and wet winters. Here we go.
I hate it.
Extra spooky.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Like
You're going to make
don't know.
You're going to make it. Come out here. It's more tolerable out here.
I want to be on a beach, man.
I know. Okay, then go on vacation. Actually,
need to
my
go to
mom is
Jamaica.
dying for us to come out there. We need to go visit. Oh, that was fun. Oh, that was like clap on, clap off. I love that for the blooper reel. That was like Susie used telekinesis to turn out the lights. Guys, if you're just listening, what she did is she slammed her hand on the table, and somehow magically all the lights went out. That was fun.
Difficulties. I was so moved by this idea that we might be going to Costa Rica that, you know, all of our appliances went on the fritz.
You know what? That was probably Sally. She like sent the energy. She was like, yep.
What did she say?
Well, she called me in tears saying that she looked and it has been almost 2 years since she has been out here, and that she can't come to America because, you know, being on the old
the watch list.
FBI watch list like she is. It's not good in these like could be fascist times, you know? Like my mom is the person who will end up in like Guantanamo Bay or Alligator Alley or whatever.
We're walking on thin ice.
Right. We can't be messing. We can't be. No. Right. So it's got to be us going to her. And so she was like, I don't care what you need to do. You need to get here like next weekend.
Did she say you or we?
She said we. Well, she's like. She said me and my girlfriend, and then but she didn't even know that you would be interested. If I said Susie, she would be like doing backflips. She didn't even know that was on the table.
Okay.
She's going to be thrilled.
Well, let's get this on the books because I need it.
I'm telling you, next weekend.
Suits that are crying out.
It could be as soon as you want. We've already looked. She's like, next weekend. I don't care. She's like, I'll use my miles. So my mom wants to see us bad. So you could have your dream come true of being on, imagine yourself on a tropical beach that you just walk to or ride on the back of a horse, too. What horse? Oh, your own horse that's just a few meters away from the beautiful tropical bedroom that you sleep in
Pura
like a
vida,
lush
baby.
jungle environment with flowers blooming everywhere and the sound of like, the jungle.
I feel some kind of way right now. I really do.
Oh, this is so exciting.
God.
We're going to go to Costa Rica.
More.
Yes.
Yeah. See if Amy will be okay with me coming.
Well, she already said she might not be able to go, so she's like, "You just go." And I'm like, there you go.
I'll swoop right in there.
Swoop right in. Hey, I came on your honeymoon, so
What?
Well, not really. I mean, when you guys got married, we went into Brazil, and it was supposed to be you and Adam.
That's true.
I always say it, pitch it as I came on your
working.
So I always say I went with you on your honeymoon.
Okay, yeah. Like, fair is fair.
Because that was right after your wedding, or
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And Sally, see you soon.
Yeah, there you go. She's going to love this.
Okay.
Yes. So that's what's new with me.
I love it.
It's pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing aside from the fact that what is happening.
I do have. No, you were going to say something. You have something aside from the fact.
I want to know. You tell me right.
I do
this
have.
second.
I mean, it's not like exciting news, but it's something we have to talk about because I feel like something terrible has happened in the world of reality television.
What?
So there's a new season of the Great British Baking Show out.
Yes, I started watching it.
Did you notice anything that they did differently in this season that they've never done before?
No.
They tricked them.
When?
They did for the first time, did something where they changed, like they didn't give them all the, they gave them an extra ingredient. They set them up to fail in a way.
My God.
They've never done that ever. Am I correct?
I didn't finish the episode, so I didn't know that. And no, they've never
done that.
Like that.
I literally got out my phone and wrote down the note. Oh no, the Great British Baking Show.
Jump the shark.
Yeah, caved and finally did something to. They added I'm just gonna tell you, spoiler, here you go. So for the second one, the mystery, the round where it's the
middle one.
The middle one where they don't know what they're
technical.
making. The technical, yes. So it's the technical. So they usually for the technical, they give them very
sparse.
Yes, very sparse instructions, like
It's
very
like, hey,
few,
make
very
a
minimal.
roll.
Yes, with and they'll say mix. They won't tell you like the amount of stuff to put in. They'll say
the time to bake it.
yes. This time, no instructions, and gave them ingredients that did not necessarily go in.
I'm fucking pissed.
I knew you would be. I was like, it's happened. It's happened, and we can never go back.
Yeah,
it
we can't
actually
go
makes
back.
me sad because
It makes me sad.
Like I know it sounds crazy. It might just because I need to change my estrogen patch, but I almost feel like crying because I'm like the one show that I look to is like they don't ever do anything to like add unnecessary stress because we've always said that show is proof that you don't need to mess with something and you can the drama of life is enough to make good TV. Not anymore, folks.
Yeah. Well, the fact of the matter is
I'm actually upset.
That is still true.
Yeah.
And what we said is also true, which is that the reason that these techniques are employed, these gimmicks are employed, is because it is easier to just add another ingredient to trick them and confuse them to make a plot. It's a plot device.
Right.
Instead of the hard labor of creating tension from people looking into an oven.
Right.
Which is what they've done for a very long time. And it's so impressive.
Yes.
And now they're tired and they want it to be easy. And okay, why don't you make them marry each other too? Okay.
Right.
Let's do that. Let's blindfold them.
Right. It's like that. Yeah,
it's hard to bake with a blindfold.
That's what I don't want to watch. That's what I don't want to watch. Yes. Okay, I'm so glad. I feel so validated right now.
Yeah, I could watch Chopped any night.
Right. This is why I'm not watching that. Because now it feels like if you're going to do shit like that to him, you better at least give him a prize.
Absolutely.
Because now you want to fuck with him, and you're not going to give him a prize. You can't do both. You can't fuck with them and then not reward them.
Preach. That is exactly right.
And nobody's talked about this yet, so here, you've heard it here first.
Breaking news.
Once again, where's my whistle? I'm at a different location. Quick!
I found mine. I found it. Hold on.
There we go. We're blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle. We see you. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if something changed. Either the producer, where something changed. Right?
Yeah, the network is like, hey, our ratings are down. Our subscriptions are down at Netflix. Fuck off.
It's like, are they though? Get out of here.
Are they though?
Now I love it. I love when I can like not even rage bait Susie. So just like I was like, and then you were like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah. Wait a second. Now totally on board. This is, I'm living for this. This is great. This is so validating.
We were their biggest cheerleader. We were saying, this is the gold standard.
What is that clip? Like, I believed in you. I was like, it feels like.
With Tyra Banks. Yeah. We all believed in you. Yeah. And we were like, this is evidence that if you're just not lazy producers,
right,
you can make bread rising interesting.
And guess what? Exactly what you think happens.
Yeah.
Some people used the ingredients.
Some people did.
Mm-hmm. And they could have been the ones that won it, and could have been, because that's not good.
But that's not what they're doing now.
I know.
They don't actually want the best baker now. What they want is more eyeballs.
I know, and I hate it.
And they could have had both.
Oh God, the world is changing, Susie. It's just not the same. It's not the same. I've had so many.
We always do. Like, are we changing or
no?
They're changing.
They're changing. I'm telling you, the world is. I had this experience. I know this sounds like off topic, but it's what it reminds me of. I can remember a time back in the day where you'd go to the airport and your bag would be like 51 pounds, and you'd be like, "Come on, just like wave that, wave the old feet." And they'd be like, yeah, no problem.
And they'd be like, what is this in there? A bowling ball candle?
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah. And then they're fine. And it's like, I was like 1 pound over in like 2 bags. And then I was like, can you just do like,
Are we really doing this?
Yeah. And I was headed to, it was like when I was headed to camp, I'm like, I'm gonna have to like work with kids. Come on. Just like, And he goes, ma'am, if I did that, I would lose my job.
You have
and I was like,
wow, to be kidding me.
We are, everything is like, it's the same feeling I got when they came out with that fucking stupid scale that you pour drinks on now, so all the drinks are measured, or the back bar has a scale on it. Have you heard of this? Do you know about this?
No.
Okay. So this is what they're doing with liquor company. This is what the liquor companies and everybody is doing in like big like big restaurant groups and everything to make sure that that you're not over pouring or anything like that.
Oh my God.
They weigh the liquor bottles.
Oh my God.
And so it's done by weight. Like you're pouring a glass like on a freaking scale. So it's getting measured out like that. There's no, oh, here's a little extra splash for you, which is the reasons why you go to a restaurant and you're like, yeah, I'm going there because they give me a little extra splash and I, talk to the bartender and then guess what? I give them a good tip and everybody's happy and we all play that game and it's all fun. Nope. It's not. It is about this is how much goes in that glass. You measure up to this line. Oh, that fun little logo that's on the glass, that is exactly the line they're going to measure it to. And it's like, I hate this world we're living in of we're going to trick people on TV and then we're going to charge them full price for their bags and wine.
Well, right, because
this is where I have a breakdown.
Truly, because guess what? Do you play at that nickel and diamond game? Because let me tell you what a great tipper I am.
Right.
And the second you start doing it up to some dumbass line,
bye,
is where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then it's like, who are we? Then it's like the company's not suffering, the people are suffering. It's like everybody. It used to be like
the only person
a thing.
that's happy is the owner, the conglomerate.
Yes.
I'll tell you who else is happy, and that's anybody. This is funny to me. 10 years in, by the way, these segues. 10 years in, it's still funny to me that I can say, you know who else is happy?
I love it.
Anyone that ever bought a relief band. And
well, that's true. Oh,
yeah,
see,
it is.
This is the kind of that relief band. I like what they're doing because they're not gimmicky. They're not trying to be like.
They're
like,
science.
actually, don't even believe us. Just try it.
Just try it. Remember last time we did a relief band ad, I said we had heard from a gal who was pregnant and she was going to get the relief band for her morning sickness because it's a bracelet thingy you wear to help with nausea.
Yes.
And it helps with any kind of nausea, motion sickness, morning sickness, hangover, whatever. If you are getting chemotherapy.
Kind of nausea. Yes.
Whatever you're dealing with, it will help. And so anyway, she told me she was going to get it for her morning sickness. And I said on the last spot, I wonder how it worked because like I hadn't heard. And she said, hey, I heard you asking how it worked. And it worked great.
Oh, there you go. I love when they follow up.
Well, the thing is like with pregnancy, it's like, she's in her second trimester now and she's out of the woods. Yeah. And it's like, once it's over, it's sort of like it never happened. That's why people have more than one child. Right? But since I reminded her, she was like, it worked great. It was effective. And I say, thank you, Relief Band, because I wish I had it. She said, I wish I had it for my first pregnancy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And I wish I had it for my only pregnancy because it has zero side effects. It does the job. I don't know how it works, but it is science. And if you want to cure your nausea problem fast, join the hundreds of thousands of people who are nausea-free with Relief Band. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer for our Brain Candy listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use promo code BrainCandy, you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping. So head to reliefband.com and use our promo code BrainCandy for 20% off plus free shipping. And if you forget that, you can go to thebraincandypodcast.com and all of our partners' codes and URLs are there.
Yes. Okay. So yes, that was my little update for you on the
furious,
Great British
Sarah.
Baking Show. That was I have pages of notes here. That was literally one sentence.
Yeah.
All I wrote was
can you believe
Great
it?
British Baking Show is back. And then that was already been like half of our episode. No, I'm like, oh shit, I should probably get to
edit it. I'm
no,
sorry.
don't
I'm
leave it
just
all.
mad.
You don't anything about the I want all of it, and people have to hear my rage, and every single part of that matters.
Say no more. Say no more.
I'm gonna listen back.
Okay.
Okay. Other exciting news. Did you hear that women's baseball is coming back?
No.
I
What do you
didn't-
mean back. There isn't women's baseball.
Absolutely, there was. There was the Women's Pro Baseball League of 1954, as in
League
the
of their own?
All-American Girls Professional. Yes, but now there's the WPBL, which does not roll off your tongue. well.
No. PBL? That sounds like professional bowling league. That's the professional bowling league.
WPBL, yeah, first
Oh,
professional
God.
women's baseball league in the U.S. Yep,
We have got to stop with this W stuff.
I know. Oh yeah, we
We need to just call it the PBL, and then we're like, when they're like, "What? That's the men's." Be like, "Well, you better put an M in front of it, fuckers."
Yeah, Major
I'm
League
so
MLB.
sick of this W.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see this coming, but
Why am I so mad?
I love it. I love it. I think you're right. I think absolutely just because
Seriously,
the
I
same
didn't
thing
see
happened.
this
The same thing happened when we talked about the WNBA, and we all said, "Oh, we're just going to call it the
Let's just call it the NBA.
the MNBA, men's."
Yes.
Basketball
Whenever
team.
we talk about LeBron James, we're going to be like, the MNBA star.
Men's National Basketball League. No, Basketball Association. I don't even fucking know what
I'm so
all those
sick
numbers
of
stand
it.
for. Yes, but tryout.
Okay,
They just
go ahead.
had tryouts. They just had tryouts from August 22nd to 25th.
Great. I'm glad. I love it. I will go to their games.
Yep, in Washington, over 600 women from about 10 different countries competed for 150 spots in the upcoming draft. And it's really exciting. One of the things that I loved is that the woman, now I can't remember her name. I didn't write it down. But the woman who was in a league of their own, and she's very famous for being like the
Is she still alive?
yes, still alive, but she went and she like threw out the first pitch and
What
she was there.
actress played her? Gina?
I think so.
Gina Davis?
Yeah. And she's very famous, and now she walks with a cane, but her cane is a baseball bat.
I mean,
Yeah, and she's like famous. She's got like poofy gray hair.
are you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna get her name because
freaking
we
love
have
her.
to.
Yeah,
You
we
would
gotta
love her.
honor
Hang on,
her,
hang
like,
on,
say
hang on,
her
hang on,
name
hang on.
kinda
Yep.
deal.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I love that because, I mean, I remember in our candy club we watched the love story.
Oh my God! Yes, that was
Yeah.
so good.
It's such a great
And those
film.
women were in. That's like the same thing.
But they both passed away, I believe.
Yes,
Or at least one of them. And they're beautiful, but I don't think they were the Gina Davis gal.
there was a
and
great
so-
article about this in the Atlantic. Maybelle Blair is her name. She's 98 years old, and she's the elder stateswoman of women's baseball. And she now uses a cane made out of a baseball bat. But there was an article about it in the Atlantic that was called "What Women's Baseball Will Look Like," and you totally will cry. And she's so happy about being like the elder stateswoman of
Well,
professional
good, because
baseball.
she
She just
deserves
does
it.
everything. She goes to all the events, and
Is she a les or what? I mean,
I
I'm
don't
assuming.
no, I don't
but-
think so because I want to say I feel like I've seen her kids, but that doesn't mean that she's
Well,
not.
back in the day, kind
But kind of, yeah.
of. She likes a deep dickin', is what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, what's Maybelle?
Oh,
all
let me
about?
show you a picture of her.
Oh my God, Maybelle is definitely into the deep dickin'. Nobody does her hair like that. If they,
That's a really good point.
no,
That is a really good
lesbian
point.
Is
What a
gonna do
freaking
their
good
hair
point.
that. I mean,
You're-
I obviously don't judge a straight lady.
That is
But-
a really, oh my God, she's such a badass. I feel like this is such proof. Oh my God, she's so cool. This
so
is
cool.
such proof. Look at her throwing the ball.
I mean, fucking.
Oh my
right.
God.
Maybelle, Blair.
Dude, that is such a badass bitch right there.
I mean, it
With
it
her
kinda looks like a
glasses?
wig.
And that's some
It's
real
like
hair.
She's in drag.
Look at her cane that's a baseball bat and her bouffant hair. She's just like the most fun. I feel like she's real proof that if you keep playing, you'll stay young forever because she has a young vibe about her.
It's
And
very
she's
inspiring.
98 years old
It's very
throwing
inspiring.
out a ceremonial pitch. I don't know a
really-
lot of people who can just throw a pitch
I
at
can't.
40. Right?
I couldn't do it at any moment in my life.
Yeah.
I've
So-
always looked at those people throwing the first pitch with like awe because I thought, wow, that takes balls.
I know. I couldn't. I would do that thing where I throw it straight at the ground. When the pressure is on, I throw
Yeah.
terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
It's
You
so
really-
bad.
You have to handle the pressure, and I don't think we have that.
I don't have that at all. I can do crazy things, but I can't handle the pressure like she can. So yes, the inaugural season is set to. Is that how you say it? The inaugural season? Yeah, they're like their first season, right? Yeah. Is going to be spring 2026. 6 teams are going to be competing.
I can't wait to go to the games.
It's going to be really fun, right? Yeah. And there aren't that many. There's a big drop off. Like women play softball and then they play baseball in college. I think there's baseball in college, but then there's a big drop off. I think it said there were only 6 women who played in the NCAA for men's, like on men's baseball teams.
I don't know if you remember, but I talked about, there was an Atlantic article that was about the reason why there aren't female baseball teams. Oh. It's just baseball and softball for women. Yeah.
What did we decide on?
This was something that came about in like the early 1900s, where it was like, they do not want women in baseball.
Oh, because it's America's pastime.
Relegated them to this other thing that is... And it is still happening. And there were all these lawsuits and all this stuff, and it's like really hard to undo.
It's really fucking dumb.
It's, like with basketball. So we're seeing now there's the women's league, and it's great and it's crushing it. There was never like a secondary league for women. That's like the softball equivalent, right?
Right.
But because there was softball, how do you like unring that bell?
Right. Exactly. And then the only time there was women's baseball, or the women's baseball league, was to replace the men. And then it was a mockery. We all like, that wasn't the same thing.
Right. And it's different than basketball because there's this alternative thing that's not the same.
Well, what's happening now in sports is so great because this league was founded by Justine Siegel. She was the first woman to coach in professional baseball, and it was co-founded by her. And then another guy, Keith Stein, who's the owner of a minor league team. And they worked with a lot of women. Now we have women who are represented or starting to be represented in these higher levels. And I think they are having a little more power and a little more, like...
Meaning what?
Having a little more voice to be able to then start their own league, like co-found a league. Like if the league is co-founded by a woman who was the first woman to coach professional baseball, you can say it has a little more legitimacy because it's founded by a professional baseball coach, not just a group of ladies over here who want to hit a bat, or like hit a ball. And it gives it some, we're having more representation at these higher levels, I think.
It's really crazy that Maybelle, what you're telling me, is that she became the figurehead of it because that was it during World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the World War II, like the men are off fighting, and so the women are like Rosie Riveter doing a thing, and that's the only vestige of sort of like this hint of like women can play ball. And so Maybelle at 98, I mean, clearly she's enjoying it, but is having to like get out there and be like, 'cause seriously, it's great. That's such a shame that we require that. Yeah. Instead of just like, our girls want to play ball.
Right.
So let them play ball. We need some fucking cool ass 98-year-old Maybelle with her hair and her cane creating publicity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that there needs to be. Yeah, she's on the advisory board. There's. I think they're
can we
trying.
Just let our girls play baseball and shut up about all this? Like they can do it. Can we move on?
Yeah, just make it even.
You know what I'm saying?
It
gets
feels not that
exhausting. Where poor Maybell.
And then
can't
the thing
even-
here's what I hate. I hate the amusement and the surprise when the stadium is full, when the stands are actually full, and they're like, oh, and then they're always say the same thing. Oh, look at all the little girls teams out here dressed in their uniforms. Yeah, because they all play. Why is this hard? I'm yelling, sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Maddening.
Yeah.
It's just so tiring.
Man, we are in a mood. We will get angry about whatever.
That's true. And what softens the blow is when I get good news. And there is good news happening in the dating app field.
Oh, this is true, which is not a statement you thought you were going to hear.
Okay, so you know the issue. I think we can all relate to the fact that we don't want an unsolicited nude, right? We don't want dudes sending their junk.
Definitely not.
If we want to see your junk,
We'll ask.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And there is a dating app that knows this is a thing.
Yeah.
And it's called Highly. And basically, they got a consent guard feature cooking. And we say, thank God.
Yeah, this is the safe way to use dating apps because sometimes it can feel dangerous out there.
I mean, I'm so thankful I've never had to experience the dating app.
Well, I have, and it's not fun.
It's not fun. And these guys, they don't know. They think we want to see their wieners. We don't.
No.
But if someone has tried to send you a nude, you might be interested to know that if that happens, Highly has a consent guard that asks you, you want to see this wiener? I mean, how great is that?
I love it. It's like we're not asking for much over here.
And if they send you like a suggestive message, like verbally,
oh God, that just
they'll be
is
like, "Do you really want to see this?"
Because that's
And maybe
very
you're like,
triggering
"Yeah,
when you
baby,
did
I
not
do."
ask for that. Yeah.
Right. And sometimes you might be like super stoked out of your mind. You might be
Yes.
like, "Yeah, I sure do."
Yes.
And that's what we call enthusiastic consent. And we
Yes.
love that.
Yes. We love this.
that. It's real simple. If you want to feel safer in online dating, download Highly, which is Hily, but pronounced Highly, from the App Store or Google Play, or check out Hily, Hily.com. This is Hily.com. Date as you are, just safer with Hily.com. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know if you meet a cute man with a perfect wiener. That's what we want to hear about.
Oh, that's
Let me know. Okay?
Okay, what else do I want to say? Oh, so I know that you were kind of like, oh, why don't they just call it, like, why does the W matter?
Yeah.
But this was an important thing that article said, that the WPBL, I mean, I guess they could just call it, drop the W or whatever. They have a very different name because they're intentionally independent, which then
From
allows
baseball.
women to
Yeah, they
lead
don't
the
wanna be
league and structure it and make the decisions. So it's not just like the
WNBA.
soccer. Yeah.
Oh.
And you know, like soccer, they had to fight really hard for equal pay. It was like they were in the same league but getting paid different and all this stuff. This way they get to be totally independent, and women can lead the league structure and decisions, which I really like.
All right. So they're saying because the men's is MLB, Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
So they're not the WMLB. They're trying not to be the basketball
Correct.
version.
Correct.
And
Yes.
what is their argument to why that is advantageous in terms of the women's pay? I don't get it.
Well, because then you get to structure it exactly how you want it. So, okay, for example, in this league, there aren't designated hitters. So the women are going to be able to pitch and hit. Where in Major League Baseball, they can have different rules. They can have different. That's just one example of a rule that I remember reading that was different. But the way that they structure the league, maybe like how the pay structure goes, or their ability to change teams, or maybe maternity leave or things like that. Anything could be different than how it goes. You don't have to restructure the NBA, MLB to also like create a league that maybe meets the needs of women.
Do you think that let's say this is very successful.
Yeah.
Do you think that the MLB then will be like, we want to make our own? Or not? Or do you think
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think they care enough. I don't think that. I think they're, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. I think that they won't.
Can you imagine watching the WNBA and then thinking like, no, we're good? The amount of money that league is making.
That's actually a good. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's interesting to see.
It is, but it so sounds funny to me to watch. Because everyone argues that it's about money.
Right.
But it's not. It's about money, but you have to overcome the hurdle of all kinds of prejudice.
Oh, yeah.
To even see those dollar signs, which is so funny because you think like everyone operates like, I'll just take money wherever it is. That's not true. Because the gay community... What is the acronym for like 2 incomes, no kids?
DINKS, double income, no kids?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Double income, DINK.
Yeah.
Double incomes, no kids. These people have so much money. They've always had it. Right. They have so much money. And yet the prejudice and like the disdain for certain groups prevents you from capitalizing on it. It's so dumb.
Because there's going to be a media... you have to get... like you have to cover so many different, I don't know what you want to go, like industries and areas. So it has to be with like global investors, media partnerships, marketing, and that has to be like there are so many different categories or I don't know, industries, I guess, that you have to have connection and the doors open in order to get your thing, I don't know, like attention. And I think they've done this because they managed to do things like secure media partnerships. They secured a media partnership with the same production company that's behind Family Feud. And so they have a plan to have like a broad national broadcast of this, which you can't do this unless you have a plan for how do you get this nationally broadcast. And if people are like, we don't want to broadcast the ladies.
Well, then you can't make money.
Then you're done. You can't make money. So you need a media partnership. And that's got to be probably led by either a person of color or a woman who's going to say like, oh, maybe we can take a chance on somebody who's not a white man.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. So...
I'm glad they're going forward, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it.
Oh, me too. And I'm going to come to the because it feels like all I need to know is, it's women, I'm there. Because it's the same thing that's happening with the Women's Hockey League. Yes. I have friends who are coming out to visit, I think in January or some months, January or February. But they're like, do you want to, we're coming out for the like women's hockey game. Do you want to go? Yeah, definitely. I don't need to know anymore. You had me at women's. Like, I don't care what goes behind that.
Go
like,
in spite of the sport.
I know the tickets are going to be cheaper, and I know I'm going to like the audience more and the fans more, and I know I'm going to have a better time. And the DJ is going to play music that I like better.
Yeah.
For 100%.
I don't even want hockey, but I'll go because it's women.
Don't care about hockey. Don't think I've ever been to a professional hockey game ever. Have I?
Although it is really fun.
Maybe one professional hockey game, but no interest really. I mean, it's fun, but not really a lot of interest. But women's, I'm fucking
Now we're
sign me up.
talking.
Yes. Okay. What else do I have to share with you? I read an interesting article that talked about how doctors want to die.
Oh my God. Where did you read this?
Okay, so originally there was an article in 2011 that was in, I think it was like the New Yorker or something like that. That then this recent article I read referenced. And I think the recent article was in The Atlantic, because that's where I'm getting a lot of stuff recently. I've been like Atlantic heavy lately.
Tell me everything.
So
What do they mean by where? Or how?
I mean, how they want to die.
Yeah, how? What do you mean by how?
So
Oh
there
my
is
God.
the majority of people die in a hospital, or
Right.
like the majority of doctors die at home.
That's right.
We're talking like
That's
95%.
Right. 'Cause it sucks ass.
Correct. So
And they know when there is no hope and they want to go home
Yep.
and be comfy cozy
Correct.
and not get code blue and have all those dumbass beeps.
Correct. There's something that medical professionals see that we don't, and it's what they
Yeah.
called futile care.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's when doctors are basically bring these cutting edge technologies to people.
I'm always struck by
and,
like,
yeah.
you know, because like I'm recording and there's like other people in my house.
Yeah.
So whenever I start screaming about something and they can't hear the other side of it.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, back in the day when we used to record on like 2 separate tracks and upload them separately, sometimes I would just accidentally like click on it
Right.
and it would play and I would hear what I sound like when you're
Horrified.
having a conversation but one-sided. You're like,
Nobody should
that
have to
is
listen
an
to that."
actual nightmare. That's you think listening to yourself on your answering machine is bad. Woo!
Woo! I'll tell you what's not bad though, and that's DraftKings. We have so much fun with DraftKings over here in the Meister home. And DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. You can play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over 400 million buckaroos have already been awarded. New players get 500 spins on Huff and More Puff over 10 days. Download the app, use code BRAINCANDY, and claim your spins after your first $5 wager. Get in the game with DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends October 5th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
So yeah, there's all this care, and so the article talked about what happens is why it's so different is because of demands of the patients,
Yeah.
and the hospital and the system. That we are in a hospital system that cares about results.
Absolutely. Meaning profit.
Yes, profit.
Yes.
And hospitals don't want people to die on their
No.
watch. They're not in the business they're in the business of, oh my gosh, this person was going to die and we brought them back.
Yeah.
There's no, we are a great hospital because we allowed this person to die gracefully. That there's no way to sell that to like, the what do they call them? The profit shares, like the
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Shareholders.
Shareholders. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like those, something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't, what are you going to tell shareholders? Like people, yes, we have more people dying, but they're
they're
dying.
happier.
They're happy about it. Their family's satisfied. Like that's not a thing.
No.
So the doctors are so familiar with this futile care that often means like the patient being cut open, like perforated with tubes, hooked up to machines, assaulted with drugs. They said that it's often, the article said that this is the kind of treatment that you wouldn't even want performed. Like they said in the article, it's misery we would not inflict on a terrorist.
I think the New Yorker article that they referenced
Yeah.
is the one that we talked about on this show, that I talked about how important it is for people to have end of life directives in place, because so much of what goes on in terms of reviving someone
Yes.
is
Yes.
violent.
Yeah, that's probably the same argument.
And as you pointed out, futile.
Yes.
And so the end of their life is chaotic and painful.
The doctor said performing CPR on somebody who's in a state where they're like elderly feels like you're beating up an elderly person.
And you literally are.
And you may crack their, like it's very, they said, I don't even want to do it. They don't want to do it, but they have to. Oh!
They have to, unless that person has something that says, don't do it, because that's technically the only chance they may live, but they probably aren't anyway. And even if they do survive that day,
right,
they're going to die 2 days later.
Yep. What's the point? Yep.
It's all because we misunderstand
quality of life is what we,
that revival mechanism.
Yep.
And
what do we do? It's kind of like, I think you say it so well whenever you talk about those final moments. And we're not talking here about a young person who's like
they got
in
hit by
good
a
health,
car.
right? And we're not talking about doing
mouth to mouth.
Yes, if it's
blah, blah, blah.
do everything. If there's a situation where like, this person just might not walk, but
who fucking hates her life.
This is 98-year-old, like, I'm not throwing out the first pitch at a baseball game, and I've been on a respirator for a year, and I don't know my name anymore, but you're just going to crack my ribs open and put tubes in me so I can stay alive for one more month? Forget it. So
and it's not 1 month even.
Doctors do not want to go out that way. And this article I read said, this was a doctor who said this. He said, I cannot count the number of times fellow physicians have told me, in words that vary only slightly, promise me if you find me like this that you'll kill me. And they mean it. It said some medical personnel wear medallions stamped no code to tell physicians not to perform CPR on them. And this doctor has even seen it tattooed.
I was just
because they're so serious about it. They're like,
where are you putting it?
Do that to me. Do not do it. Yeah.
Like
on their wrist, like no code, like, or wherever they would probably put intubate or something. You put it like right on your chest, like do not. Yeah. So in this article I read, there were researchers with the End of Life Care Research Group in Belgium that interviewed 45 doctors, and the results showed a strong contrast in how doctors regard what a good death looks like for doctors compared to everybody else. And the ones who help at end of life have a better understanding of what a good health, or are more specific about what a good death means and what they want when the time comes. And they want, they say a good death means at home or at hospice instead of in a hospital, having loved ones nearby, having time to say goodbye, being free from pain, keeping a clear mind, and holding on to dignity and independence.
Okay, let me ask you this, though.
And they don't want futile treatments.
So
or
a lot of
anything a burden to the family.
what people seem to want to avoid, and I do too. Let the record show.
Right.
Let
Yeah.
the record show. Is this sort of violent, chaotic, futile
Yeah.
resuscitation effort.
Yeah.
And
This is more than a DNR. This is more than do not resuscitate, because that's saying that they've already flatlined and you don't resuscitate them. This is saying do not go to do not do any other like life-saving efforts, which is no futile treatment.
Okay, but the word futile matters. I mean, futile means futile. It can't be effective. And so like,
oh yeah, that's actually a good point.
Right? And so like,
oh God. Right, because then you're going to who's to argue with that, saying it's not this, we know this to work, but like to what end?
Cuz doctors know what's futile.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. But
they're
it's like,
saying like this performance that we're all doing, they're sort of acknowledging this dance that's happening.
And you know what? The article didn't say this, but I'm going to say this. I feel like we need to stop spending money on these life-saving efforts to keep. It's like $300,000 to keep somebody alive for a week who doesn't want to be alive anyway. And then we're not giving the 18-year-old insurance or like help to take care of like their foot that they lost in a car accident or something. And they're like, oh, nope, sorry. You only get one walking foot. You don't get an extra blade for running, even though you're a totally athletic, kid who did so many things.
It does feel like a real
what are we doing here?
Mismanagement, yeah.
I bet we could redirect a lot of funds if we had a better understanding of more of like that was part. You know how people have like a birth process? Like this is my birth. What do they call it? It's like my birth plan. My birth plan. We should have a death plan.
Well, some
should
people
go to the hospital and be like,
do.
here's my death plan.
I mean, do you remember like?
Yeah.
Mine was. It's like a thick 3-inch thick binder.
Well, the one that Adam had to sign and all that stuff?
Before the incident.
Right.
Yeah. But the only people really that have those are people that have enough stuff to even want to do like, what's the word for it? There's some sort of like estate planning.
Right,
which sounds. I'm not.
Right. We don't need a
rich.
estate. I don't have an estate that anybody's going to get, but I certainly want somebody to know what to do in those.
And so, like, mine is like everything that could happen, there is an answer for it, and you can sift through there, Sarah, and see
good.
What you got to do, but I don't think most people realize. What you're describing,
right,
is what they're debating.
Yeah, that the aggressive medical treatments are what we really don't want. In the end, it's mental suffering and a burden to the family. Really,
it's silly to me because these people that they're interviewing, like the doctors, how do doctors want to die? Well, maybe if you gave us more than 15 minutes in our physical each year.
Oh, that's a good point.
You could explain some of this. And it's not their fault. I don't know whose fault it is, but like they are only given 15 minutes per
Well, I have a friend who is training to be, or just finished a training to be a death doula. So the same way that they have birth doulas.
Should be death doulas.
I mean, we would be great at it.
How hard could the training be? What are they having to do?
I think it's mostly just like not very different than what I learned in like my grief training as a therapist.
Who is like giving the certificates out?
There's got to be an association or something. And then they work with like
I love
hospice
that you
care.
know a death doula.
And And
no witchy woman has ever been witchier than Sarah.
And yes, exactly. But like, in the end, it's somebody who's going to like kind of help that. And I feel like we had this role when, maybe if you were a member of the church, that's kind of like what a pastor or like preacher may play, the role they may play of like coming in those final times.
Yeah, like a chaplain.
Yeah, chaplain for sure. And that it feels like if we're not going to be religious, we might still need those same kind of things. And maybe that's something that like somebody who can be like, we have those birth doulas, like who can help you through that plan or like helping you advocate for yourself in that way. I feel like we have to kind of, this is the sad part, is that with these changing times, like I'm talking about in the beginning of this episode, we have to then outsource community. We have to outsource support for being a person in the way that maybe we used to get that support communally however many years ago.
Yeah.
Because we used to just like it does. It really, really does stink. It's really awful. I feel like, back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, you'd probably just go to like the really like the watering hole or like the place to go where everybody would communally wash their clothes together, and then you'd talk about things, and it would be like group therapy. And then maybe you'd go to like the medicine woman or shaman or something like that who would give you and that's like going to the therapist. Like
Sarah, do you remember when you talked about how when I think you asked your grandma Eleanor what her least favorite technical advance was, and it was the credit card.
Yes.
That was the most consequential and perhaps negatively consequential invention in her lifetime. And I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but it feels like the smartphone
I think
has been the worst in ours. Because I was even reading in the Atlantic this article about what is the point of like a high school reunion.
And good point.
Well, and because it seems antiquated because we all know what everybody's up to.
Yeah.
But I knew immediately because you know how I'm obsessed with like in-person connection.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And so like, who the fuck cares if you already know they're a dentist or whatever? Like, let's talk in real life. Let's get that electricity. I live for like zzz.
Yeah, there's a difference.
No matter where I am, I'm fucking at the gas station. I'm like, does anyone want to talk to me? And so there's this sense of like what is lost when people don't know the value of like that connection and stuff. And I just see it constantly. I see it with end of life care, beginning of life, everything. It's just like what we're losing by not connecting in real life, good and bad.
Right.
Because I was going to tell you this story at the beginning of the episode, but we got sidetracked, remember? Because I was going to tell a story and then...
Oh, I probably interrupted.
I forget what happened.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you remember when I got invited to that guy's birthday party who was turning 90?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I was at the dive bar and I started chatting up this guy. He was 89. He was turning 90 and he went out to his car and got me like a physical invitation to his 90th birthday party. It was like the best thing ever. And I RSVP'd to it with his daughter and I was going to go. And then my brother came into town and we went to a baseball game and it went into extra innings and like it made it so that I couldn't make it in time to the end of this party. And I never saw him then for months after that. Well, last night I went to the dive bar and he was there. And I was so excited to see him. And I ran over and I like wrapped my arms around him and I was like, oh my God, oh, it's so good to see you. How was the party? He was livid.
Oh no. I knew you were going to say
He was livid that I didn't go.
Oh no.
And he said, and I'm not kidding you, Kelly was there. She can tell you that this actually happened. And like, I actually cried about it.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, God.
He said, you know, I could tell that he was like resistant to my hug. And he said, you're beautiful on the outside, but you're not beautiful on the inside.
Oh, crueler words have never been said. Holy shit. That was daggers. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Suze.
Well, and I had been like...
You are so good on the inside, beautiful on the inside, though.
But anyway, the thing about it wasn't so much like everybody has their shit, right? Even 90-year-olds, dive bar dwellers and whatever. It's nothing to do with me.
Right.
But even an interaction like that made me really upset, and it really hurt that he would say something so pointed and cruel, really.
Yeah.
Not even knowing why I didn't go, because I don't have his number. Like, I couldn't have.
Right.
I don't know him.
Right.
And the funniest part was that after he was so mean and Kelly fucking crushed him. I have a photograph I'll show you of her letting him have it. But anyway, he came back later and he goes, after holding me accountable like that, he goes, what's your name anyway?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I knew his name all along.
Well, that I really don't like.
Right? So it wasn't like I'm so important to him. This was an ego thing. But
that
anyway.
is an ego thing, and that's I have to make you feel. Okay, well, that's not very nice.
My point is, and I told this to Adam, that I regret nothing in terms of I could have avoided all that by minding my own business and not chatting up a stranger at a bar.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I regret nothing. That is a gift.
Yeah.
I don't care that it was mean in the end, because connection is worth it.
Yeah. Well, and also there's some growth that happens in some amount of like learning and evolution of the self. And he's doing that in some way too. He doesn't maybe know it or doesn't realize it. He might not. But there's a way that you are, I talk about this with clients too, that you're changed now. You're different after that interaction. You have a deeper understanding of yourself, maybe. Sometimes you may do things different in the future, whatever that may be. It might be that you
just know that could happen.
Yeah, whatever it is, that you might start that sentence different, or you would like something else, whatever it is. And so I think that there is a lot to that there's so much we can learn and take away from
avoiding
these.
Contact.
Oh, nothing comes from that.
Going into your phone, that going into your house isn't the answer.
Not one little bit, not at all. Absolutely zero growth and evolution comes from that. The only thing that'll come from that is more of what you don't like. More anxiety, more stress, more comparison to others, more feelings of inadequacy, more loneliness, more isolation.
Yeah. So like my example to somebody who's like worried about putting themselves out there might not feel like a great story, but I'm saying it to say, even when somebody made me sad and like hurt my feelings,
right,
that I didn't learn the lesson of like, I'm never putting myself out there again.
What a good point. Yes, absolutely. That's a good takeaway.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just saying, like, it's worth it. And in real life, it's always better.
I think what you're trying to say is they should buy tickets to our live event.
I
That's
kind of
happening
am, Sarah.
on October 30th in
So
Denver at
please
the Oriental
come,
This is, I
because
think, what you're saying. That
That's
come
what
to a
both of
live
us
event.
are doing every day. And sometimes it's painful.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's super fun and great.
And so rewarding.
And I'll tell you, it's worth it.
It totally is worth it. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that story. I know that's hard here.
Thanks
And
for
I think
listening.
that's really messed up when somebody didn't even remember your name, that he's going to feel like that. Like,
Yeah. But you know what?
Here's what I bet happened. I'm going to do, Sarah's got a little bit of what fan fiction that I'm writing. He told all of his friends that this hot thing was coming. And just wait, you'll see who's coming to my party. Oh, you think I don't still have it? Well, I got a new friend from the Elks Club and or from the dive bar, and you'll see. And she's coming to the party, and then you didn't show up. And he was embarrassed because he told people about this person whose name he didn't even remember, but I sure as heck bet he remembered what you look like, which is why he had to make that comment. And so he just wanted you to hurt and feel embarrassed in the same way that he was hurting and felt embarrassed from maybe saying that and using your presence there to serve his own needs. I think that's probably accurate.
But I know that it's not about me.
Yeah. I would imagine that that's probably a good guess.
That I don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
we'll never know.
We'll never know.
But it was worth it still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you guys, please look in the show notes. You can get tickets to our live event or go to thebraincandypodcast.com. And you can find all our coupon codes, all our partners, all that jazz. And go to patreon.com/braincandy, and that's all our reality TV stuff. We'll see you next time. Bye.